Well, hello again, Shelly here. I am dealing with crazy hair. This is like quarantine hair. You guys like that? This is like that one person who said, yeah, I really hated that stupid perm you had in high school. And you go, that's not a perm, that's my natural hair. Be mindful of your recommendations to women. There's no men watching this video, except for my husband maybe. Okay, you guys, today I am going into the Pat McGrath. This is the very beautiful Mothership Subliminal Platinum Bronze eyeshadow palette. The packaging is so beautiful. It's so pretty, and the palette is 6 shades of absolute gorgeous. Does have some challenges though. There's only one matte in here. So, with only one matte, can you get 3 different looks on a 6-pan palette? I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. First look down with the Pat McGrath, the Mothership Subliminal Platinum Bronze. There are 6 shades in here, and it does look in the pan like there are 2 kind of light shades and then really only one that's sort of matte. So, I mean, I took the darker brown shade and it's super pigmented and it's very dark, and I, buffed it into my crease and then blended it above. I really wanted to try out the shimmers and see how the formula would work on mature eyelid. And I gotta be honest, I'm loving this right now. I had the Touch of Pearl, topped it with the e.l.f. Putty Primer, and today I used just a little bit of a ColourPop brown liquid liner, which I don't love liquid liners normally, but I wanted something sort of simple and minimalistic with this. And then I also used the ColourPop mascara. This is in brown as well. I thought this softer, as opposed to just an intense black, would be okay. I would absolutely use this just on a daily basis. Easy go-to glam. I love it. I'm gonna take this off because I want to see how the other colors look on my eyes. I'll be right back. Darker, smokier, definitely more dramatic. This time I used the MAC Painterly Pot to prime my eyelids, and then I used the, I don't know where I put it, but the Urban Decay 24/7 Perversion liner. And I did, of course, you know, up against my eyelashes, but then I also did my waterline with it. But because, you know, when you've got smaller eyes anyway, that can really make them even more small. So then I took a little bit more of one of these colors, and I gotta be honest, they're very similar, so I think I used that one, and I just smudged it along my lower lash line. I think it gives it a little bit more, more height, which maybe make it a little bit easier. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I, so far, am completely thrilled with the formula. No issues, no surprises, exactly kind of what I expected from Pat McGrath. The only thing about this palette that is kind of weird is these two colors are actually very similar. Very, very, very close. One of them is maybe just a smidge cooler than the other. But man, even from this distance, you can barely tell. I'm gonna do one more look with this palette and we'll call it a day, but I will be right back after I take this off. Third and final look with the Pat McGrath. This is the Mothership Subliminal Platinum Bronze Eye Palette. It is made in the USA. It's distributed in New York. It does have a 12-month shelf life, and the first ingredient is talc. So if you're sensitive to that, this might not be a look, a palette for you. It also does have a whole bunch of little codes at the bottom, but I can't read them. So I'm assuming that it's cruelty-free and maybe vegan and recyclable packaging and all that kind of stuff. I love this packaging. I thought it was so, so pretty. When I first got it, it was twisted like this and I didn't know which way to untwist it, but then I figured it out. Bifold, kind of open. I love the artwork on it. Like, how pretty is that? Just obviously a lot of attention went into the aesthetic of this palette. The palette itself. If you like darker eyeshadows, this is a great palette. If you have brown eyes and brown hair and just kind of general darker coloring, I think this is a great eyeshadow palette. The only thing it doesn't have that I think to make it like a really true brown eye shadow palette, I would expect maybe a blue or a purple, but the bronzes in here are beautiful. I don't know, you know, I was a little concerned about the dark brown because I really thought, man, this dark brown is so dark. Like, how could that work as a transition shade? But it's the only matte in here, and so I was determined to see if I could, and it buffed out and blended out so beautifully. And then I built it up for this particular look, just kind of on the outer corner, because even though this is more of a daytime friendly, I don't know, I feel like all these colors are kind of glam. All the shimmers in here are sort of a glam kind of a look. This particular third and final look, I used the Carity Creaseless eyeshadow primer, and I kind of wanted to see how 3 different primers would perform with the same palette. I almost think that I like the e.l.f. Eye Putty primer the best. Who knew? Okay, what else did I use on there? I used the Essence Curl Enhancing or Curl and Hold Mascara. This is in the last 2 looks. This is old. It's getting tossed. I don't need to have that out in here anymore. I used a NYX Jumbo eyeliner. This is in a dark brown, just on the very lash line, right at the end. I don't want to see even a third of it, maybe a quarter of it, just to kind of give that lash line a little thickness. don't know what I'm saying here. I did use the same brushes on all 3 looks. I cleaned them off in between looks. And this is a palette that I can honestly say will stay on my vanity and be one that when I'm feeling a little bougie, I want to look pretty, but without a lot of effort. This is a fantastic palette. I don't know. I'm excited for this. This is one that I'll probably take with me when I travel as well, just because it's so sleek and so small and yet has a lot of what I want. If I want a purple, a blue, a green, man, you got eyeliner for that kind of stuff. If you want to smoke out a cobalt blue on the bottom just as a real pop of color, I think it'd be really pretty. The only thing about this palette is these 2 shades, I could have done without one of them maybe. And I think that you can easily get 3, 4, 5 looks with 5 shadows as opposed to 6. I'm glad I have 6, but these 2 are when you swatch them and when you put them on your eyes, they look very, very similar. So I'd almost want something that was a little different. Maybe another matte would be good. Maybe a matte taupe. I was able to get this on a little bit of a discount. So if you enter your email address at Pat McGrath Labs, you can get notified when they do have some sales. And I mean, you're not going to get the $125 palettes for a super discount, but if you want to dip your toes in high-end, just gorgeous, perfect formula, I mean, there's a reason why this is at the top of the food chain. I love it. I'm not upset about it at all. I'm so grateful I was able to pick one up. For 6 shades, it gave me a chance to play with the formula, and it is right up there. I am gonna go get some more stuff done because I'm trying really hard to get projects done while we're still a little bit on shutdown. I think some things might be opening up this weekend in Washington State, so that's kind of fun. I see information about half the states are gonna be, you know, slowly reopening. Again, turn of a dial, not flip of a switch. I hope you guys are mentally doing well, and I hope you guys are physically doing well, but I really hope you guys are mentally doing well. A situation like this where it can be terrifying, it could be disconcerting, it could frankly be an inconvenience and annoying. But when you have change like this, you really find out who you are as a person, but you also find out who the people that you're closest to are as well. Anyway, you guys, I am gonna try to cut this video off. I don't want it to be too crazy long, and it certainly takes longer to edit when I babble and go crazy with that. So you guys, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Please leave me a comment down below. I'm not affiliated, I'm not sponsored, I'm not a makeup artist, I don't purport to be one. I am a lady of a certain age that likes to play with makeup and has an obsession with eyeshadow palettes, if you haven't noticed already. And I really like to ask the question, can I get at least 3 looks out of one palette? Can somebody who's not a professional makeup artist, who's not paid to be good with products, can somebody who's just a layperson get a product to look okay on hooded, mature eyes, you know? I mean, it's kind of what we like to do here. No matter how much you pay for something, if it's not going to work on you, please don't spend your money on it. Don't buy it just because everybody else has it, and that's stupid. I think I've got Tom Ford coming up next, so if you're not already subscribed, please ring the bell so you can get notified of when that video goes live. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Until my next video, bye for now.